9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, welcome to the Tiers Podcast, where we rank anything and everything, just so you can know, all right? And here, your vote matters. So what's going to happen on each and every episode? Make sure you vote. We have a link in our bio that sends you straight to our website, so you can vote. Whoever has the best picks, it's up to you. Don't forget to vote, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome everyone to Tiers Podcast. I am your moderator, Simeon. Tall, dark, and handsome. That's how people describe me. We have Lewis here to my left. Say hi, Lewis.
Hi, guys.
All right, we have AJ next to him. Say hi, AJ.
Yo.
We have Arvin across from me.
Tick. He's on his phone.
Already?
Cheater already.
Phone
dude.
warning. Phone warning.
There's no phone
is this
warning.
a girlfriend?
Instant tip.
Is this
He's on Tinder.
Whenever I can talk is fine.
Go ahead.
Tinder.
The list. I'm not on Tinder.
Okay. We're starting out hot.
So
I have my top 3 picks.
for all
Okay,
the
excellent.
listeners, ticks are important because ticks are punishments.
Yes.
You'll see that as we go on.
Yep. Arvin, good eyes, eagle eyes. And then over here we have Steven as he introduced himself. Here's how it works. We're going to have some opening statements. We're going to have some discussion, have some open floor, and have some closing statements. And along the way, as the boys talk about their top 3 reasons for the subject today, I will be watching out for ticks and punishments and warnings for just, not good bro behavior. All right. Let's be kind. Let's be gentlemen. Let's have a discussion here. Today's topic is the top 3 reasons to leave work early. All right. Huge working class in America, huge working force, a lot of workers out there. A lot of them want to leave because they don't want to work. So they need reasons to leave. The 4 of you think you have the top 3. We're going to find out though. This week's order, we're going to start with Arvin at number 1, Steven number 2, Lewis at 3, AJ at 4. So you have 90 seconds to explain your top 3 opening statements. And here we go. Arvin, take it away.
All right. Number 3. I got to pick up family from the airport. Even better, you time this with the day. If you're off on a Friday, you time it with the Thursday afternoon. You say, hey, my family's coming in town. That's why I took my Friday off. Can I go pick up my family from the airport? And you spend the half day off and you get the whole day next off tomorrow. Number 2, food poisoning. And you prime this one. You go to your boss and you're like, hey, I'm going to White Castle to get some sloppy joes. Do you want any? Of course, the boss says no, because who wants sloppy joes from White Castle? So you go, you eat your normal lunch, you come back, and you say, oh, man, the sloppy joes aren't sitting well on my stomach. Do you care if I go home? I don't feel well. Number 1. You can take me for this one, but I consider kids and pets as one is the same. So if you're younger and you don't have kids, you say, my pet is sick. Can I go home? Or if you have kids, you say, my kid is not feeling well. May I go home? Those are my 3.
All right, you fall under the 90 seconds. That's good. That's qualified. Ooh. I'm not sure what I would give you a tick for with kids and pets because they're not interchangeable. But I see the reason you're going for. Something needs attention. All right, so I get it. Also, for our listeners, White Castle is the equivalent of like Taco Bell, Crystals, other junky Jack in the Box food places across the country that gives you instant diarrhea. Mm-hmm. So that's our White Castle. All right, family at the airport. Number 3, food poisoning. Number 2, number 1, kid is sick. Steven, you're up next. 90 seconds and go.
Alrighty. So you're at work. You're a hard worker. But today's just been enough. Number 3, coming in hot, is your typical, thanks to all the Ring cameras out there, a home invasion.
Oh my God.
Sorry, boss. My Ring camera just notified me. Someone's breaking and entering my house. The cops just called. I have to go now. What can they say? No, don't go protect your homestead? Absolutely not. Thank you to Ring Camera. Maybe one day they'll be a sponsor. Number 2. Guys, we're in the 23rd century, right?
No.
No, we're not. We're not. Fact check.
I would like
That's
to
a
fact check.
yeah. That's a
Oh, well, that was a question. Hold on.
that's just a warning for a
That was just a
stupid comment.
question.
We're not in the 23rd
The hot
century.
take.
21st.
We're in the 21st still.
Oh, great. So, what I'm trying to say is, you have stress, you have anxiety, a little bit of depression. Hey, boss, I need a mental health day.
Wow.
What? They go for no? You don't even want to work for that company.
That deserves a
Bing bong.
all right.
You don't. Oh, sorry. Mental health day. And what are they going to say? No. I mean, that is a hot take for any boss to say no. And number one, and to be descriptive, because no one wants to have this conversation ever. But you just say, hey, boss, I got the poops. I can't hold them in. You even say, hey, I got the squirts. No one wants to hear squirts. They don't want to know that. Hey, I just can't. I've been in the bathroom 55 times a day. That'll get you out of anything. Those are the top 3 best excuses to leave work early.
All right. You listened to your excuses and you also went over 90 seconds. So you get a tick for that. You're on your way to 3 ticks, which equal a pickleball to the back at close range. Poops is interesting. I am curious to see how the other gentleman maybe tackle that because you're describing a very specific bodily function. Lewis, you're up next. I didn't get your picks before the deadline, so you start off with a tick. So I'm going to be learning them as we go. 90 seconds. 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, number 3. You gotta put doctor's appointment. Scratch that. Fact check myself. Appointment. You want to be as vague as possible so I can tell you these 2 guys but went before me. It's not going to work. Vague. Very unclear what it is. Leave it up for a bunch of what is it called?
Interpretation.
Thank you, AJ.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
That's not an interruption, by the way. That was support.
No, that's very
Yep.
supportive. I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
All right. Doctor's appointment.
No, just appointment.
Oh, just appointment.
Could be any hair appointment. You know what I'm saying? Just leaves it up for anything. It's just
Okay.
an appointment. I've got to go.
All right.
They can't say no to that. Number 2, upset stomach - explosive diarrhea.
Explosive diarrhea.
It's got to be it. No one wants to have that conversation. And that's as descriptive as I'm going to get on any of mine.
Yeah.
Like Steven said, you're not going to question that. There's poop coming out of my body, squirting, jetting. It's crazy. Number 1, unexplained personal issue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go in there with a real serious face. Look like, hey, Joe Schmo, head of HR. I've got this personal issue I have to go deal with. I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm going to need to leave work a little bit early today. What are they going to say? Like, hey, I hope everything's okay, and then you're out of there. Because you don't want them thinking a certain way, going to the higher ups, going to talk to your boss, be like, hey, well, he's skipping out again for this or that. You want to be genuine about it. Genuine, put a little bit of the truth in there, Personal issue could be anything. You can go pick your parents up at the airport. Yeah, it's a personal issue. That's an issue that's personally on you. And then you don't want your coworkers thinking a certain way about you either. You want to leave that up. Maybe a little bad for you, a little concerned, but you don't want them prying in your life, figuring something out. So you can't. It's perfect. That's top 3, and I'd like everyone to vote for those instantly right now if you can.
All right. That's well over 90 seconds, by the way.
Seriously? How long was that?
That was 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So
Oh my
you get a
goodness.
warning for rambling. I'm going to give you an early warning for rambling. That was so long.
And hold on.
There
Can
is
we
a
all
tick
do
for
this?
90 seconds.
there's
No,
what?
it's a warning. He just said it.
Well, I gave him the tick for 90 seconds, but I'm giving him a warning.
So I'm at like 2.5 ticks.
You're in a hot seat right now. You're at 2.5 ticks.
I thought that was so quick.
Okay.
Can I say one thing real quick? And not
Depends.
to be,
Is it worth a tick? Are you about to get a tick?
No. It's not to be petty, but Lewis was checking his phone.
I saw that too.
As AJ did.
As AJ has his phone.
I would
Top
like
3,
to-
I thought you all said that was
I would
fine.
like to defend Lewis. He
Okay.
had his top 3 ready. We don't need to.
All right. I'm not. That's squashed. We're not gonna explore that. Okay.
I would
But
like
if
to call
see-
attention
Got a
to
peanut
the
brain. My bad, dude.
overzealous other
Yeah.
2 members of our
That's
group
true.
here.
That's true.
Not
you guys
letting
are excited about ticks.
not
Which I
letting
understand.
the judge do his job.
I appreciate it.
I
That's
trust
tick
you.
worthy.
But I don't want flattery, AJ. Don't sweeten me up. All right. You're up. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I've never felt more confident about my picks. There are holes in all three of my colleagues' picks.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. It's 2022. Lots of people working from home. Haven't crunched the numbers, but it's a lot. All three of my picks will work for in an office or at home. Number one, pretend to injure yourself. Example, you fell out of your desk chair.
Fake an injury. Gotcha.
Fake an injury.
Yeah.
Well said. Now, this one is vague enough.
I can't even. Go ahead. I'm
Vague
sorry.
enough to leave some room for interpretation, but if you sell it well, you're in the clear. And they don't want the risk of liability.
Uh-huh.
Number two, your home was invaded while you were gone.
Uh-huh.
I want to set myself apart from Steven here and say that a Ring camera, your boss very well may want to see the recording. I would simply go with, I got a phone call saying that my house was broken into.
Okay.
Number three, you have a party that you have to set up for before other people arrive. Now,
You got a party to get ready for.
this one has to be well timed. This one has to be well timed.
Uh-huh.
But I do think that it would be a good switch up for a manager to hear because let's be honest, all excuses sound kind of silly when you go to them. They're like, yeah, you're sick. Okay, fine, whatever. You could probably get through the day, but I feel like it'd be a nice switch up for them to be like, hey, I have a party. You know, it happens. End of three.
All right. Very interesting. You went over 90 seconds very easily, so that's a tick for you too. But faking an injury at home, like are you on Zoom? You know what? I don't want to get into it. I'm gonna let the gentleman decide that, which is how we move to our next section here. We're gonna open the floor for some defense. So in this section, we're going to go back around, and if anyone has some critiques, we'll just kind of watch section by section and see if we can start picking out some holes. So, Arvin, you're first. Would you like to defend or maybe, point out some flaws or
I would like
arguments?
to point out a flaw with Lewis and AJ
Okay, go ahead.
Whoa.
and defend Steven and I. You know how I know Steven and I's picks are better than those
Okay.
two?
How do you know
we
that?
don't have to look at our phones to know our excuses.
I've got a peanut
here's
brain.
AJ going up to his boss. Someone broke into my home. Can I go back?
You know what? I'm not going to call that a personal attack. I think it was imitation, just a little bit of imitation.
I
But
feel
I
like I'm
see
being
what he's
called
doing.
out.
When someone
feel like I'm
knows
being
that
called
their
out.
argument isn't as good as yours, they go to.
I mean,
They will
AJ's
lash
he's just
out.
plain out cheating. He's
Yeah.
using
Straw
his
man
phone.
argument.
Didn't we say that was
Straw man
not
argument.
allowed?
We did say that.
Yeah, and
So-
you gave him a warning in the beginning too, didn't you?
I have used my phone to look at my top three every single podcast that we have ever done.
This is just referencing the top three. This is not, you're not gathering information or anything. I understand. I can let that one slide. Steven,
It's definitely something that needs to be looked at. But Arvin, thank you for defending us.
we'll check the footage.
I could see on there that it was
It
top
shows.
three.
It really shows how much Arvin cares about his picks. So if you're not going to vote for me, which you should, vote for Arvin second.
I feel like we take the time.
You get a tick for teaming up over there.
This
and
this
then-
is close
is
to
a gang
team up.
This is a full gang up.
This
He
is
said,
close
if
to
you're not
team
gonna
up.
Vote for me. Vote for this guy.
Okay,
It's
just-
not even
not
about
about-
these two guys.
Oh.
That's exactly what he said. Warning for teaming up.
That's
It's not
Warning.
even about the picks anymore. It's just like,
Would you like to
You're
would you
better.
like to apologize for teaming up?
okay. I don't think we're teaming up because I didn't get a finish before I was cut off rudely. I was going to say, if you don't vote for me, vote for this guy. However, I have a serious issue with your.
Wait, no. Yeah, I
Based on
have to
what?
stop you there.
Based
That's the
on
same
what?
thing that he just said. So
I have a serious issue with one of Arvin's picks. Would
Okay.
you let me talk,
All right, go
guys?
ahead.
Oh my god!
go ahead.
What are we talking about
what's
here?
your issue?
The audacity to put pets and children on the same level.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's
I mean, we're talking Winston. We are talking Winston from New Girl here. I mean,
If
I
you
want
see these dogs in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard.
that is hot. I mean,
Okay, but if you say your pet is sick, you're gonna be able to go home.
but here's the critique. Ready? How do you know your pet's sick? Is it going to pick up a phone and call you?
Yes.
No, you say, "Hey, my pet has thrown up. I had to take it to the vet."
That sounds pretty foolish.
Oh, so you're calling in?
Yeah.
Okay. But we're
this is-
leaving
we're
early.
leaving work early.
work
Or
early.
That's almost a hot take. You can't even vote for his at all.
The
That's
vet calls
your
you.
pick.
You say the vet calls you.
Your
the pet's sake.
Wait. The vet calls you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of holes. You see it.
What is
Yeah.
the whole-
There's a lot of holes.
I mean,
There- well,
You got the Ring doorbell and you see some throw up on the ground.
maybe that's true. I think that supports his argument, if anything.
I mean, but that's silly.
yeah.
You want to be as vague as possible, like he said.
Okay,
AJ said.
we're at a good pivot point here, so now we'll get to you because you have nothing but vagueness in your picks. Would
Yeah,
you like
all
to
vague.
defend, or would you like to try to poke anywhere else?
here's
you
the
can't really
thing.
you can't defend it because it's so vague. Where are you going to go? There could be a million different ways.
Here's why your picks aren't vague, because your second pick specifically describes one specific action.
And I said in that specific action, I said this is as deep as I'm going to go into it, just diarrhea, because no one wants to have that conversation.
He did say
I
that.
agree with you on that.
So
So
why
you
can't
can't
you-
really argue that.
Why can't you poop at work?
Not if it's constant, dude. What if you can't make it? I in my chair, I had explosive diarrhea a bunch of times at work. You can you waddle from your chair to the toilet. What if it seeps out? You don't even want to take that chance. You're the guy that pooped your pants at work. You want to be that guy for the rest of your life? No.
How often do you poop your pants at home? This is an issue.
Once or twice a month or something. I don't know. It happens.
I don't want to.
it happens.
and what was
Making
your,
fun of IBS, that's a personal attack almost.
That's almost attacking against IBS.
That was a question.
That's true. He was questioning you. You're right.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's a little personal question.
Okay.
I can't remember Lewis's first one.
Okay.
Lewis's first one.
Unexplained personal issue.
An unexplained
You
personal
got to be
issue.
genuine about
I
it. Go
think
in there
that-
and
That
speak
is
from the heart.
Such an umbrella.
I think that is such a bad excuse. You might as well say
You might
You
as
just
well not
need an
even have.
excuse.
Almost as bad as I need a personal day because of anxiety. It's the same thing.
You might as well
almost.
have
That's
you might as well not have had 2 or 3, because one encapsulates
3.
all of them. Your picks.
Unexplained personal issue.
So why even have
No,
a
his
third?
third-
It's
His-
a personal issue. I don't want to talk about it. See how that works? Winner.
it's kind of working
You
in real
could
time
say
right now.
it's something that you'd be open to tell them about at a later time.
Yeah, so you have
You
time
don't
to
wanna
deviate a
talk about
plan.
it right now.
And also, real
You
quick,
want to leave early. You almost got to think of it quick.
to clarify,
go.
his third pick was an appointment. He didn't specify what type of appointment, but at least there is
sorry.
a meeting, an engagement of sorts.
Is
I
the
would
point.
like to address the home invasion thing that
Yeah,
I
we're
pointed out.
going to go to you now, AJ. So you have, I think, I'll be honest, unique picks. That's all I'll call them. And you want to address the home invasion? Go ahead.
well,
My question simply is, if you're going to say specifically, I saw someone on my Ring camera break into my home, I feel like most managers, supervisors, bosses are going to say, oh my gosh, can I see it? That's crazy. I've never heard of that.
It's urgent. I don't think they're going to want to say. I'm not trying to
If the
defend
first
his.
words out of my manager's mouth are,
let me.
"Oh my god, can I see it?"
I'm like, no, dude, I got to go. Someone broke into my house.
But here's
That is a
here's
shock
the
factor.
issue
What's the
we're
difference?
not addressing. AJ said that his picks work from both home and away. So you're going to tell your boss, sorry, boss, I have someone breaking in the front door right now. I better hope I'm armed.
What difference is it?
Yeah.
Someone broke into my house.
It's life and death. That's
You're
a serious
going to have
lie,
that
dude.
conversation right there?
So why can't the,
Someone
why
is
could
breaking and entering right now as we speak.
It's a serious lie.
No, someone broke in my house, just like you did, except I wasn't dumb enough to say,
That seems very
wow.
personal.
That's a full
Wow.
strike.
AJ,
Full
that's a
strike.
tick.
That's
wait,
I mean,
don't I get a chance to
No, you got
apologize?
Oh, that's true. You would like to apologize? Can you make it up to Steven somehow?
Sincerely.
I apologize. I disagree with your pick, but that doesn't make it a dumb pick.
There you go.
I'm sorry
That's-
that I called it dumb.
That's
Thank
half
you.
butted.
Let
no,
me-
that was a gentleman's apology.
I don't like your pick. He
Yeah, he
slid
was-
that in there. You
I,
just
Well-
need to
I
be
didn't say
full on.
don't.
He
I didn't say
He
don't.
didn't
I
say
said
it.
disagree.
He said disagree. Yeah. Okay, that was a gentleman's apology.
But, so why
Steven,
can't
do you
your-
accept? Do you accept his apology?
Well, I'll accept it, but a couple things based
whoa,
on that.
Accept,
Oh,
but
hold on.
that's pretty harsh. Do you accept
Hold
it or
on.
not?
I'm just moving on. We have the same pick.
Right. So how could it be? How could you be trash on him? So much?
You are projecting your insecurities on me, brother.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Well, this isn't a session of Sigmund Freud and Sons. Jeez,
Aggressive.
I mean, I feel like a warning at minimum is what that's for.
I think we're beating around the bush.
AJ.
I think that AJ has a hot take. I have to leave because I have a party I need to decorate for. That's a almost borderline, in my opinion. Not trying to pick on anyone.
I think that's where.
Not at all.
I wanted to support you on all yours after you supported me, but I have a party after
that's your
work.
number one.
No, that was number 3.
that
Three?
wasn't number
Yeah,
That was number 3. No.
I forgot
He set
you
up his
went.
party.
I forgot you went one.
I'm gonna go set up with.
I don't think that is a hot take excuse. What a hot take is, we have the bomb hot sauce, which is just unmanageable. It's the worst.
Oh yes, to clarify for the listeners, if all 3 gentlemen agree on one person's pick or topic and they clarify it or label it as a hot take, then that person must consume a small piece of grilled chicken with the bomb sauce on it and continue the discussion for the rest of the time.
AJ, I have a question.
I had your back, AJ.
So you say that the manager could ask to see Steven's recording of the ring, right? Mm-hmm. Why could the manager not ask for a call from the responding officer or a note
Or just
from
see
the
your
responding
phone.
officer?
So the way that I think about it is like I have a Ring camera and it shows like all the recordings from people coming and going or whatever. So in my head, I thought you'd be a lot more likely to be like, well, don't you have the recording? Like, can I see it? Versus go through the bureaucracy trouble of, I want you to have so-and-so from the police department call me to confirm it.
So Steven would go to his manager, and the first thing the manager would say would be,
Give me your phone.
let me see your phone, as this person is supposedly breaking into his house.
Sorry, detective manager.
Has already broken into the house.
She's
Now that's interesting. That's an interesting distinction. I think what AJ is describing is what Steven is describing is a home invasion has happened, and AJ has the flexibility of it's happening. I have to go. Like
No.
it rushes out.
Mine's
No,
the
am I wrong
same.
on that?
Absolutely.
Someone has broken into your house.
So for both of you, it's past
Yes.
tense. Okay.
The distinction that I'm trying to draw is very simple.
You're at home.
I would not.
This can happen in real time because he gets the alert as the person.
I would not
That's
include
true.
a Ring camera because that's just another thing that could be used against you. Whereas for me, it's a little bit more vague. That's what I like about my pick.
If you don't have a Ring camera, you would have to have some sort of security system there, because if someone's breaking in your house, that's the only way you'd notify. So you can't just go up to your boss, hey boss, someone's
gotta-
breaking in my house.
You got a phone call.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
gotta I mean,
give the
that's-
phone
You're gonna
to
wanna
and
see
the
the
boss
phone call.
says, let me talk to him.
Right.
How
so
how's
just
that
me talk
any
to him.
different
okay,
than
so
do
the
that.
reason that
phone to him?
argument doesn't hold up is very simple. If virtually any of these excuses the boss asks to follow up with you on, it's probably not going to go well because at the end of the day, they are.
Okay, so your
So
attack on
excuses,
Steven.
picks are as
So
attack
your
on
attack
your
on
own.
Steven is completely
no,
irrelevant.
no, it's not. If you listened, I was very clear. Mine is a tad more vague, which is what I like about it more than his.
So,
Yeah.
but what are you gonna do?
But-
First time you figure out your house is getting broke into, you're gonna be like, I have to leave and run towards the danger. No, you're gonna call the cop.
But your main point
Or
against
you have to sit
Steven,
around and like it just takes too long.
your main point against Steven's pick was that the boss would ask for the phone, right?
Ready? And even if they don't ask for
My
it in
main
the
pick is that
moment,
it could be used against you a lot quicker.
in the
my
moment,
mind.
you know what, boss? The next day, after you had your wonderful day off, because you deserve it, people. Hey, boss.
That's
sorry.
pandering. Someone's pandering. Go ahead.
Sorry. Actually, it was a fluke. The wind blew my door open. False alarm. Won't happen
Well,
again.
but
Oh wow.
I think we've spent too much time on this topic.
yeah,
Home
we
injury.
need to move on
We
from
need to
it.
get
Yeah.
we need to get Arvin's over here.
The wind
Okay.
blowing the door open is pretty wild.
It's pretty good.
All right. So we're gonna move to the next section
Are
here.
you one of the 3 pigs?
Should have said the Avatar.
Big bad
That
wolf.
was silly. Airbender.
So we've gone down Airbender Road. Let's not go again.
You know, I was
Well,
joking.
I would like to say is we went after all 3 takes. I haven't defended mine yet, probably because they're flawless. So
Okay.
no,
well,
that kind of just got
I've-
skipped over.
I've-
that's
Big
where we
time.
are right now. Yeah, we're into
What was your third?
open floor now. We're into anybody with lingering thoughts or
What was your third? Pick?
any criticism. His third pick was home invasion.
Then second.
Number 2 was mental health day.
Oh my god.
Number
we're
1
diving
is the
into
poops.
that.
Here's my thing. If you go to your boss and ask for a mental health day in the middle of the day, wouldn't he just tell you to take PTO for half the day?
Yeah.
Because a mental health day and personal time.
I mean, mental health, and you guys said
Dang.
you said we're in the 23rd century, which is wrong, but no, we are like in what I don't know what century we're in, so I can't say.
21st.
21st, okay. Your boss is not from our generation. He's not going to understand that. He's going to know because people do it all the time
I'm
as young
sorry.
employees.
My
but
boss is a female.
You want her or his, correct. I'm sorry about that. I will take that.
Okay, but why could what
My
if your
boss
boss
is a
just
male,
tells you to
so-
take a PTO time?
They could say that about anything. You have to go pick your family up from the airport. You got to take a PTO, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't schedule.
Okay,
That's
but
fair.
what's gonna be
What's the difference? All these excuses
likely.
could be used as PTO.
okay? But what's gonna be more likely if you go up to your boss and
All
say,
mine because they're so vague.
"I want to have a mental health day."
All mine because they're so vague.
I think they would be. I think the idea, because we are understanding more about mental health, that your boss would be so gracious and say, "You know what? You deserve it. Take the day off."
Hey, I'm not a
I'm sorry for
disagreeing
stressing
with
you out.
No, they're absolutely not going to
If that doesn't happen, that's the place you want to work.
Boss born in 1970, probably. They're probably in their 50s or 60s. They're not going to be like, they're going to be like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, kid. Get back to work.
Do they all
You
talk
know?
like that? Like they're from Mississippi?
All bosses.
Every single one. Every single one.
Okay, that's a little blanket.
So, but couldn't you say the same about if you already have the Friday off, right? You got to go get your family at the airport.
Cab.
Wouldn't your boss just be like, why didn't you just ask me for the extra half day when you requested the Friday off?
Call an Uber.
Oh, because they were supposed to get a ride and the ride canceled.
The Uber canceled.
And let me help out
There's
Arvin here.
more
This
Ubers.
isn't teaming up. Actually, they got bumped ahead on an early flight as well.
How
that's good.
easy
I
is
mean,
it
that
to
is
cancel?
so clear team up to me in my mind. You get a
That's
tick.
so
That's like the
team-
second time. I'm sick and tired of it. Are you defending your picks or his? That's 2 ticks for you.
All right, give me a tick then.
If you're asking for a tick, all right, you just got paddled. Done. You're at 3.
You're at 3?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So okay, so we've exhausted this open discussion. Now we have to move to some closing statements because we're getting to that time. So back around the horn, starting with Arvin, your last appeal to the people, your last chance to convince them why you think 3, family at airport. Number 2, food poisoning. Number 1, kid is sick. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, all these can be used. All of ours can be used.
Mm-hmm.
But mine will get you off easily. 3, you can tie in with the day off before. 2, you're priming it with where you're going to go eat. Number 1, no one's going to question you if your kid or pet is sick. Vote for me.
All right. Short and sweet. I like it. Steven.
Alrighty. So the important thing is to pick the best picks. That's why you're watching. That's why you're listening to this podcast. You continue to be vague in your picks. That is probably lack of character. Your boss is going to think something about you.
Okay. I mean, another tick for you. You're at 3, 2. That was a very passive aggressive personal tick. Vague in your picks. The only person that we talked about having vague picks, and then you looked over at Arvin.
You got to let me finish.
All right. Well, I'm the moderator, so go ahead.
You got to let me finish.
I will resume the clock.
To pick excuses that somehow apply at work and at home, and then to critique the same excuse and not even see it when it's right in your face is baffling. So you cannot equate children and pets as one. This should exemplify and show why my picks are the best. But you people are smart. You're watching this. Choose with your heart. Thanks for voting.
All right, Lewis, 90 seconds for your closing statements.
Not a lot of argument with mine. The only thing is it's vague. You know why? That's the only thing they can say? Because it's so vague and discreet. You don't know. You know, an appointment, explosive diarrhea, uncomfortable, don't want to talk about it. Unexplained personal issue. Could be anything. Not going to say a thing ever. It's going to get you off quick, no matter what. I'm Louis Donstorg, and I approve this message. Vote for me.
All right, that was really good. I do have to ask one thing. If you whisper your excuses, do they have even more power? Because they sounded very impactful when you whispered them just there.
When you say vague like this, it's more vague.
Yeah, that's true.
Or vague, whatever, French, right?
Yes, I think vague is French. AJ, you're up, 90 seconds.
A lot was made about a distinction between my pick and another. And I just want to say that you, the people, you can see the distinction that I was trying to make. I was trying to set myself apart. And I know that you see that. That's why I love you. End.
That's it? That was your whole closing statement?
My picks speak for themselves.
Well, that's a tick then, because that was also passive aggressive, just in the same spirit that Steven had. So I'm
Is
sorry.
that a triple ticker?
But no, he got very close.
Oh.
He had 2. You were the only one in this whole session that got scot-free of no ticks. So
But I started with 2.5. I started with 2.5.
Oh, you did start with 2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a
with
warning.
2.
And a warning, so I could have done anything wrong and got
Yeah.
splattered.
I ended up the same as you. 2.5.
All right, people. This is Tears. You've heard their picks. You've heard their reasons. Go vote. Figure out. Let us know who you think has the best. And yeah, we're gonna find out next week who our winner is. Catch you later.
Let's paddle in.
They
No
do get paddled.
votes.
They do get paddled.
I get paddled?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, you got 3.
I got 3?
Yeah.